Hello, welcome to the new video. In today's video, we're going to take a look at Breloom with the new move Force Palm in the Sunshine Cup. This Pokemon is actually something that I want to take a look at as well, but we have a submission here. If you have some interesting gameplay that you want to submit as well, link is down below. I don't know if it's really worth it to submit anything for today's week anymore, but I would really appreciate it for the next week for the Master League as well as the, I think it's Halloween Cup Little Edition. For this kind of stuff, I definitely would appreciate unique gameplay. Unique gameplay has the highest likelihood of me showcasing it. Here, for example, Force Palm variant of that Breloom is definitely an interesting shout. I want to take a look at this Pokemon as well, but the team that I wanted to use, I basically used already on the channel, so I'm like more than happy to take a look at a different approach here, especially as you're going to have also the Shadow variant of I forgot always name. This name is always so difficult. It's Typhlosion. Like I always kind of mix up with the German name of it. I have no idea why this Pokemon is struggling me so much with that one. But we're gonna see here nice Thunder Punch coming through, getting the knockout. And so Typhlosion is going to be able to knock them out. Typhlosion is a Pokemon I kind of want to take a look at in the Open Great League again. I think it has a lot of potential. And why the hell is someone using the Vigoroth still in this meta? Finally enough, I saw someone actually LilyKatchum with Vigoroth in this meta still, so maybe I'm gonna take a look at it eventually as well. Next opponent, great lead for you. The cool thing about the typing of Breloom is that you're going to be able to completely wall the Dunce boss. You are a bit late now in the matchup here. I think it would have been better for you to swap out into your other fire type because you have Thunder Punch and also you're going to outspeed the opponent. So that would have been most likely a bit more ideal for you. But it is what it is. I guess you just want to get rid of the Talonflame for like the later matchup there. If you win the CMP tie, it would be nice. You have, okay, you have a 11, 12, 14 variant of the Talonflame, so you're always going to be able to win the CMP tie, most likely with that one. I guess it's kind of cool. It's actually something that I like about my Talonflame. My Talonflame has 4 attack, which usually wins CMP tie against anyone else. And so that is kind of nice, but as you can see here, you're definitely forced to go into your Typhlosion, which is gonna... Oh, that was a great play by you. Expecting the opponent to swap out there and stuff, going straight for the charge move, you decided to raid and go for an extra fast move there, which was very, very smart. And this most likely wins you the battle now, because this is the thing as well with Typhlosion in this meta. Like, even something like a Flygon will not like to take a... yeah, what's called the charge move of this Pokemon, Blast Burn. So definitely something that is a very impactful when it has some energy. And as you can see here, you can go for the full Farmer there. Holy hell, the damage of Force Palm is ridiculous. And we're gonna see the Thunder Punch knocking out the opponent's final Pokemon. We can move on to the next one. We're going to have here the Talonflame in the lead. You're gonna go for one fast move, then swap out. I actually like this play quite a bit. This is definitely a very smart way of approaching this. Why is it so smart? Let's analyze. We're going to have a 5-turn fast move in the lead against a 3-turn fast move. When it does the damage hit from a 5-turn fast move, it is after the 4th turn. So if you go ahead and go for a 3-turn fast move and then swap out, the incinerate damage is going to get transferred on the Talonflame. If you swap out, you always take one extra turn anyway, and so if the opponent wants to stay in the matchup against your Talonflame, you're always going to end up in the same kind of position that you would have ended up in as well if you just swap out straight away. So going for one fast move here in the beginning was a very smart decision, and I think it's definitely the best way of going for it. Here, you overfarm, expecting the opponent to try to most likely catch a move or something. Flame Shot is coming through from the opponent. They swap out now into that Marowak, and at least you're going to be able to also hard wall with this moveset, because it is the same kind of type coverage compared to like the yeah, what's called the other Pokemon, the Dunce Bus there. And so we're going to see the full farm mode attempt here, which I think is the right call as well. You kind of want to get yourself very, very low, most likely, and you're actually going to wait out. I think those players really know what they're doing, to be fair, here today. And that's always lovely to see. As the opponent tries their best, you're gonna be able to go for the Dynamic Punch, which honestly, most likely would take them out here at this point, doesn't it? It's very close. You can just go for one fast move even in order to knock them out, but you decide to go for the double Thunder Punch, which is also going to be enough. And this is going to be a good game here, as you now decide to go for the fast move. Weird one there, but we're going to take a look now at the next opponent. Lovely lead for you. We're going to encounter a Whiscash in the lead as they swap out into the Dunce Bus, getting completely wrecked by you. Like, both Pokemon have nothing to do against Breloom. And here's one thing that I would love to see for Breloom. I would love to see a little bit of a cheaper charge move there. Like, Seed Bomb was 40 energy before, which made this Pokemon, like, definitely benefited this Pokemon quite a bit. And yeah, nowadays it is 45, which makes it a bit more awkward. But still, Breloom is a very high attacking Pokemon, so I always love when we have like some kind of play for those Pokemon there. And especially as fighting type Pokemon are quite a bit, yeah, rare nowadays. I guess maybe a Seed Bomb buff could work out, but I feel like again Seed Bomb buff would benefit the Whimsicott a bit too much. So maybe just add a new kind of move on this Pokemon would be really cool to see. But anyway, we're going to see the Talonflame here, knocking you out. You still have a shield advantage, which is going to be very nice for you, because every single time the opponent goes for their own charge move, you're going to be able to sneak in and Incinerate here. You can go for... Okay, you're gonna go for the full farm run, I guess, there, like for getting up to 100 energy. Brave Bird coming through, you should be able to actually farm them all the way down now. Yeah, you can. You get a ton of energy, and in comes now the opponent's Whiscash, which has nowhere to go. The Seed Bomb is gonna be able to get the shield there, and another one is gonna knock them out. Domination so far from especially Typhlosion, but also from Breloom so far, which is really cool to see. Dunsparce in the lead again is going to be a very, very good lead for you. Let's see on how this is gonna go. We will see. Anyway, we're gonna move on now to the next opponent apparently. We're going to have here the Talonflame in the lead. You swap out again after one fast move to your own Talonflame. This is the ideal way of playing this one out. I really like how you play this one. And the opponent swaps out into the Marowak, and this is an interesting one for you because it's actually something that you can realign yourself against. Rockslide of course would knock you out, but you can just go for the fly here, and you're going to be able to always realign yourself if you play that correctly, and you are trying to play it correctly. I don't actually think a fly is going to be enough to knock them out from this range, by the way, but they decided to use a shield. Now it's definitely going to be enough, and the opponent just overfarms by way too much. This game is over. Like, this game is over, call it a day. There's nothing the opponent should be able to do here anymore. Like, what do they want to try? They can go for a charge move here now, but you have Thunder Punch still on your Typhlosion, and here's the thing as well again. Oh, you even get to the fly there. Oh yeah, game over. Like, what is happening here? The opponent just getting completely wrecked, and I think they're gonna have enough after this one as well. They're gonna get farmed down. Yeah, no way they can win this game. Crediddly is a very good lead. Again, I feel like there are quite a lot of good leads here so far for you. This is going to be a bit of an awkward matchup for you. Thunder Punch is not going to knock you out here from this range, especially as the opponent is not the Shadow variant. The Shadow variant would be a little bit more tricky to deal with. You get that free Incinerate in, which you, I guess, kind of want to have here, but the opponent might be able to fully farm you down afterwards. But you can at least go for one fly, and you would be able to go for another one afterwards if your opponent doesn't decide to go for another charge move on their own, which they do. And so you're going to get the shield here as well, but the opponent is going to be at 60 energy at this point, which is going to be a bit scary for your team. And you have to go back into your own Typhlosion. You can let the move go through though, because either it's Blast Burn, which is resisted, or Thunder Punch, which is neutral, but like not a great move. And the opponent stops out into the Dunsparce again. You could decide to overfarm by a bit here, so you can go to a charge move as well against the opponent's Typhlosion. This might be an idea, but let's see on how this is going to go. Drill Run is coming through. We're going to see the Dynamic Punch now as well. This is going to be enough to get the KO at least, and they are going to be able to go into the Credilli again. That is a weird play, as Dynamic Punch is going to take them out. Like, what are they doing? Like, what? Like, that doesn't make any sense at all, man. You still have a Fire type there. I guess the Fire type would have gone down anyway, so I guess there was no way of them winning the battle, no matter what. Lovely lead, you might think, but you can just swap out anyway because you have two Fire type Pokemon in the back. Like, what is going to happen here? I actually like the idea of this team quite a bit there as well. But yeah, let's see here. They are Fly coming through here against the opponent's Quagsire. You could decide to use a shield here, but you decide to let the move go through. Stone Edge will knock you out. It is fine. You can get a ton of energy now on your Breloom. Breloom, again, is going to be able to completely wall the moveset of Quagsire. Like, this is the main benefit of Breloom. Force Palm Breloom is literally one of the coolest core breakers for the current meta, because you're going to be able to resist those hits, even though it doesn't look like it. It still says resisted. Yeah, we're gonna see here now in the back the Vigoroth, which... Why do we see it? I don't know. Like, there was definitely someone that got to Legend with a Vigoroth, but they had Talonflame lead. And I think Flygon in the back. And so, yeah, Vigoroth was just like more of a meme pick in the between of those. But anyway, we're going to see here Vigoroth still trying its best. Like, Vigoroth is something that I would not recommend you to use anymore. Like, it got triple nerfed this season. Like, literally every single thing that this Pokemon did is now worse. Energy generation, worse from counter. Body slam damage, worse just generally. And then we have, of course, a Rockslide, which also got nerfed to the ground. And so, yeah, Vigoroth, luckily, is not really a common pick anymore. I like this, by the way. Like, I feel like Vigoroth was way too strong before, but you're actually not even going to be able to win the battle. It's just going to be a draw. Today's video, we're going to take a look at literally just positive leads, apparently, as the Talonflame is going to now go up against the opponent's Talonflame. We will see a shield coming up here. It's going to be the fly from the opponent, and you can go for your own fly, as this will very likely force a shield from the opponent as well. Let's see, it does. and you might have to make the decision here of letting this move go through, hoping that you can still survive. You can still survive. Brave Bird is coming through, which is definitely the right call, because that would knock out the opponent if they let the move go through, which they don't, but at least you can go back into your Typhlosion and get a bit of an energy lead as well. I actually do like that you sacrifice the shield here in order to get energy lead on Typhlosion, because I feel like this, especially in this current meta, it has a lot of play like this. And you go up into the Breloom against the opponent's Sunspots. Can you take 2 moves here? Rock Slide for sure. I think at this point you can just fully farm them down, and I think this is the right call to do. The Drill will not knock you out anymore after them going for a Rock Slide, especially if they go for back-to-back Rock Slides. And you can go for the Dynamic Punch, which is guaranteed knocking them out. You could have went for 1 extra fast move before that as well, but you were fearing the energy, which does make a lot of sense, as well as the opponent is going to go down again. Like, honestly, Breloom is sweeping here. Breloom is completely destroying opponents left, right, and center. So, Talonflame against you on the lead again. Horrible lead this time around, at least. I guess we had like 2 times Talonflame already, but we had quite a lot of very positive leads here so far. We're gonna see the shield coming up. What we have not seen yet is a Dragon type, I feel like. There is no Flygon inside anywhere so far, which is interesting. But yeah, you're going to be able to go for a fly. You're going to be able to go for another fly afterwards as well, especially as the opponent, you could go for the CMP tie here. I think the CMP tie would make some sense as well, because you're either going to get the final shield or the KO, and both of them are going to be very happy, because now you have the, yeah, CMP tie here, which doesn't help you, because now they would knock you out otherwise, but they decide to let the move go through anyway, which will allow you to... I literally was talking about it. That is hilarious, because again, I did not watch any of the gameplay before that. That was completely coincidental there. Like, I did not know that there would be a Flygon, yeah, just lurking in the back. But it's hilarious, as you can go and lose, I think. There's a way of still winning this, I think. There's one way. You have to catch a move though, and okay, never mind, there's no way anymore. Good game here. This is going to be sadly a loss there. You need the switch clock to be up, which is not there yet, and so like there is no problem from you. It's just the way it is, and we can move on to the second last battle. Breloom against Golurk. Who wins this battle? Double resisted against resisted fast move damage, but you have the swap out. I'm not the biggest fan of that one. Like, it's okay for you most likely at this point, because you're gonna get out a Pokemon that you're not gonna be able to beat with a Talonflame, unless they make a mistake, which they don't. And you get some energy here, so I do like this kind of play. But then again, like, you're risking getting aligned later on with your Typhlosion against the Golurk by swapping out in the lead, which is a matchup that you can actually win as well. Why do they never go for charge moves? I don't know really why they don't go for charge moves, but at this point, you can go for one of your own charge moves, which is very good for you. Seed Bomb, gonna get the shield. You might want to get the final shield as well. You have to use a shield. Like, Shadow Punch is going to punch you down, going to knock you out, going to destroy you, but you can also get the final shield from the opponent. If they go for a charge move here, maybe it is ideal to let the move go through. Let's see, it is. I would let the move go through and hope that Incinerate is enough to farm them down. I'm not too sure. Shadow Golurk hits incredibly hard. But let's see. Oh yeah, 2 more. And that is going to be it. Let's see what is going to be in the back. Hery one-shotted. It is going to be a Ludicolo with the fast move of Bubble. I'm not too sure if it can survive this hit. Let's find out. It can, but can you still win the battle? You cannot. Ludicolo is gonna win this for them. Final battle, it is down to Fighter Grass against Fighter Grass, but honestly, you are a little bit of the better Fighter Grass in my opinion. And here we see the swap now into the Typhlosion, which I do agree with as well. Now, this is going to be the better matchup for you. Yes, you're not going to be able to knock them out immediately, but you're still going to be better off later on. But not only this, you're also going to have your Talonflame if you can align yourself later on against the opponent's Grass and Fighting Boy. And so, I think you're going to be in a very solid spot here. I don't think there's anything that you really have to worry about, at least at the current time. You can go for a double Thunder Punch. If they want to use a shield, that is fine. If they don't want to use a shield, that is fine. It doesn't really matter. They don't want to use a shield. You're going to get the shield back now anyway, as they're going to go into their... Well, they're actually going to go into their own Typhlosion. That makes things a little bit worse there, I think. I think you might be able to go for a Dynamic Punch though in time, or I would just go into... Never mind. Oh, they tried to catch the move. That is quite smart. That is quite smart. I would have mostly done it the other way around. By the way, I would have just stayed into this matchup here because you know already Talonflame is going to completely destroy that Chestnut. And so there's no real reason to risk getting hit by it. But I do really enjoy this play, and I think this is going to be it as well. I think the opponent just forfeit here at this point. And I think this is going to be the final move that most likely takes a ton of time to get through. But yeah, this is going to be it for this video. Thanks for sending in the battles. Again, if you want to send in some battles, mostly not for this week anymore. I have enough for them. Yeah, feel free to do it for the next week. And yeah, see you then. Bye-bye.